Welcome to today's Commodore Call. Joe and I are at the picnic benches here in Falmouth at Gov Fuller Field. Today, the Commodores face the Hyannis Harbor Hawks. Starting on the mound for Falmouth, Connor Costello out of Oklahoma State University. How's he going to do here tonight, Joe?
Well, he's going to have to give him a good outing. He pitched well against the Harbor Hawks last game. He went into the sixth inning, was 1 out away from leaving it a 2-1 game, but he had 2 runners on, and then they hit a 3-run home run, and that gave him a huge lead. So he just got to give him solid innings, try to keep him in the game.
Now Falmouth has lost the last 3, back to 5th in the standings. Talking to some of the coaches last night, they said something needs to change. What needs to change in this lineup?
Well, we've talked about hitting a lot, but I think the pitching now needs to step up. They were in the game yesterday. It was a 1-1 going into the 6th, and then the relief pitching gave up 10 runs in 4 innings. That needs to change. The relievers need to do a better job.
Talking a little bit about Hyannis now, their #1 team in the West Division. We've lost to them twice now. Who's on the roster that's so good?
Well, I want to talk about Jake Knoll a little bit. He's a second baseman from Florida Gulf Coast University. He right now leads the league in average, doubles, and RBIs, so he's doing it in many different ways. He's someone they're going to have to neutralize if they want a chance in this game.
All right, Turner Larkins, he's our starting pitcher out of Texas A&M last night. We caught up with him just a few minutes ago.
Here with Commodore's right-handed pitcher, Turner Larkins. Turner, you went 5 innings yesterday, gave up 1 run. It wasn't even earned. What was working for you?
Just fastballs. I think I threw like 80% fastballs or something like that. And the defense was good. I just threw it up there, and the defense was making plays.
Was going to the fastball more what made it different than the first 2 starts?
Definitely. Whenever I'm at my best, I'm throwing my fastball for strikes, commanding it well. That's what I did last night. And once again, whenever I left it over the middle of the plate and they hit it, defense was there to back me up.
What have you worked on here with Mike Landry since you've been in Falmouth?
Just tempo, just kind of moving quicker on the mound, not lulling everybody to sleep, stuff like that.
Now, you just finished your first year of college ball. What was the transition like from high school to college?
It was pretty big. I had a good fall going to Texas A&M. Really good fall for a freshman. Then the season was just kind of slow for me, really inconsistent. So I just have to work on being more consistent,
Now, you're from Texas. You obviously played at Texas. What's the transition been like from Texas to be here in Massachusetts?
Well, the first thing I noticed was the weather. I think anybody will tell you that, I'm not ready to leave and go back. Once I get off the plane, I'm going to start sweating. So, definitely want to stay up here a little while longer.
That was cool. Before you came to college, you were drafted right before Johnny Manziel. What was that like?
It was pretty good, I was hoping to go sooner, but, I'm glad I got to make it to Texas A&M. It's a pretty good experience, too.
All right, thank you so much for your time. Great game. Now you get to hang out with these guys here for the day. Back to you.
Welcome to today's Commodore Minute. So Michael and I are in Falmouth at Highfield Hall. Now, this is a museum dedicated to Catherine Lee Bates. She might sound familiar. She is the author of America the Beautiful. There's actually a bedroom in here that replicates her actual bedroom from being born in Falmouth. But Michael, take it away. What's today's minute or so?
Well, Catherine Lee Bates was born in Falmouth in 1859, so Falmouth, vast history with Catherine Lee Bates. She went to school, she became a poet of sorts, she was also a teacher, and the story behind America the Beautiful, she was teaching in Colorado and went with a few of her colleagues to Pikes Peak, a 14,000-foot peak. They were in a wagon, but at one point they had to go the rest of the way on mules. They got to the top of the peak, and essentially what she said was, this is in 1893, she got to the top and she looked out, and pretty much what she saw was everything that America had, the beauty of America, and that kind of made her write the poem. That was the first draft of the poem. It became somewhat more famous in 1895 when it was published in the Congressionalist on Independence Day in 1895. So what a poem to be published on Independence Day, and kind of from there the poem gained popularity, and the rest is history.
So does being here make you want to sing America the Beautiful?
It does, but not on camera.
All right, thanks, Michael. Game time today, 6 o'clock, audio pregame, 5:45 on Ustream. So join us and stay tuned.